So for today's warm-up, I want you guys to solve this problem, but make sure that you use estimation. Make sure that you use estimation. So we're going to estimate the dividend. Which one is the dividend, just so you know? Which one is the dividend? Miles?
11.75.
Yes, 11.75. It's the one in front of the dividing sign. What is the other term called? What is it called, Malia? Yeah, it's the divisor. So I want you guys to do this for your warm-up. So Lily, what did you estimate the 11.75 to?
So I estimated the 11.75 to 12.
So we made it into a 12. Why?
Because,
So you estimated it to 12, right?
I estimated it to 12 because in reality, 75 usually rounds to 100 because if the number is 5 and up, you have to round it up, and if it's 4, we have to round it down.
Exactly. So if it's 5 and up, we round the number up. If it's 4 or down, we keep the number the same. So this one has a 7. That's more than 5, so we round it up. But we still keep the rest of the math. Hey, you guys, what's 12 divided by 3? What's 12 divided by 3? Who can tell me? Jaden, what's 12 divided by 3?
4.
Yes! That is the easiest thing we are doing. So, this one is the dividend and the other is the divisor. We always put the dividend on the inside of the house, the divisor on the outside of the house, and our answer is called a quotient. It's called a quotient. So, this is hard to solve. The 3 goes into 11.75, but 3 going into 12, that just happens 4 times, and we're done. Super easy. So, I want you guys to try this problem right now using estimation. And here's the thing. You can estimate it any way you want. So, for example, think of a number that works really well with your divisor. You don't always have to round it just to the closest number. Sometimes you could round it to a different whole number that's still decently close. So I want you guys to try that. So, what number should we round our dividend to? Who can raise? Elsie?
60?
Yes, 60. Even though 60 is not how we would, that's not how we normally estimate. We would estimate this to 61. 5 doesn't go into 61, so that doesn't help us. How many times does 5 go into 60? How many times does it go into 60? Madison?
12.
12 times. So our answer is 12. Great job, you guys. So here's the second warm-up. I want you guys to try this one. So now you're going to estimate the divisor. Previously, we have estimated the dividend. Now I want you to estimate the divisor. It's the same thing. Okay, so Nathan, what did you round the divisor to?
I rounded the divisor, which is 3.9 to 4.
Perfect.
The nearest whole number.
Yes.
And I put the 32 in the house. And then I multiplied 8 times 4.
Perfect. So we get 8, which is great. I have this extra slide just for us, but it's okay. 8. That's our answer. Okay. I want you guys to open your books to page 224 and 225. And you have to pick A, B, or C, and pick D or E. So you get to just do 2 problems. Pick A, B, or C, and then pick D or E. Okay, so we have our teacher all ready to start.
Hello, class.
Tell the class what you did.
So, wait, I rounded the 49, right? So I rounded this 49.3 to 50. And then...
Who agrees with rounding it to 50?
No.
Ooh, no one. Go sit down.
I rounded
Go sit down. Daniel, you can come up.
No, you can't round it down.
Daniel, you can do it.
Oh, then you round it down.
So, we rounded it to... Okay. So what did you round 49.3 to? 49. And why'd you pick to round it to 49?
Because it goes equally into 7.
Because 7 goes into it evenly. It works out with no remainder. How many times does 49 divided by 7? How many times does that get? What does it get us?
7.
Talk loud. It gets us 7. So our answer is approximately 7. Thank you. So what did you do in this situation?
I believe I first did that, and then I rounded up to 100.
Who agrees with him? Yes, exactly. He did it right. So then we're going to put the 100 in the house instead. And how many times does 25 go into 100?
4 times.
4 times. Excellent. This is why we use estimation. So problem number C says, suppose the Jenkins family decided to purchase 6 tickets for a total price of $64.50 using a discount. Estimate the cost of each ticket. Go ahead and teach the class. So which number is our dividend?
Dang it, messed it up.
Perfect. That's our dividend. And what are we going to round that to? What's a good thing to round that to? So you rounded it to 60? Who thinks there might be a better answer than 60? Who thinks there might be? Madison?
I rounded it to 66.
Yes. Let's look at it when it's 66. Come up here, Madison. So let's look at this problem.
So I rounded it to 66.
So she rounded it to 66. 64.50 to 66. How many times does 6 go into 66, Madison?
1 time.
Well, it goes in one time to 6.
11.
Yes, but a total of 11 times. Exactly, because if you did this, you'd find it was 6, 0, 6, and then we get 6, and our total answer is 0. Great job, Madison. So, what are you going to do in this situation?
I'm around the 9.16 into 9.
Excellent. So you rounded into 9. And then let's see the math. Can you do the math for me?
54, 9, 6.
Excellent. 9 goes into 54 6 times. Great job. And Malia, come do number E. I call it number E, but shh. We still have more. So our problem is 10.75 going into 99. So it's 99 divided by 10.75. What did you round?
I round 10.75.
Perfect. So what'd you round it to?
11.
Excellent. It's about equal to 11. Excellent. So when you do that, we're going to change our number outside the house. We're going to change our divisor, and we change it to 11. How many times, Malia, does 11 go into 99?
9 times.
9 times. Excellent, you guys. Great work on these problems. I want you guys to pick 3 problems on page 226 to solve. 3 problems on page 226 to solve. Rocco asked a great question. For number 3 on the homework, or on the guided practice, we have the answer, or we have the setup that looks like this. 38.1 going into 984.5. 0.76. So let's think about rounding this. Let's think about rounding this. What might we round our divisor to? What might we round our divisor to? Does anybody have any idea? Rocco, what do you think we would want to write? What do you think we would want to estimate our divisor to?
40.
To 40? That sounds like a pretty reasonable thing to me. Do you guys agree? Yeah. So let's round this one to 40. And let's make it super easy on ourselves. Think about it. Think about a good number that 40 goes into. So there might be a really good number. It might not be 900. It might be a different number. It might not be the 900, Madison. 1,000. Yes. So we round it to 1,000. So our new problem looks like 40 going into 1,000. Let's do that one together. How many times does 40 go into 1? Romario. It doesn't. How many times does 40 go into 10, Roman? It doesn't. How many times does 40 go into 100, Matthew?
2 times.
2 times. And that's 80. We do the subtraction. What's 100 minus 80? What's 100 minus 80? Fernando? 20. Then we bring down that 2. How many times does 40 go into 200? How many times does 40 go into 200? How many times? Yes. Is it? Yes, 5 times. So we get our answer to be 25. And we do this as a good way to estimate before we actually have to solve. And that's pretty much this entire lesson.